for the Greek Cypriots. Prime Minister Begin was a terrorist to us, but he is a freedom fighter for the Israelis. President Mandela was a terrorist to Margaret Thatcher, but he is a freedom fighter to Tony Blair and all of us in the labor movement. Of course, to all of us now, he's a freedom fighter. So terrorism is always motivated by political reasons, occupation, violation of human rights. If political connections involve a religion, it is not because of religion. And I say this because there were no suicide bombing in Iraq before the invasion. There's a very interesting research done by Robert A. Page, the University of Chicago, in 2003. He concludes that between 1980 and 2003, there were 315 suicide attacks. And there were people, those people who attacked in Lebanon, for instance, Hezbollah suicide bombing between 1982 and 86, 71% were Christian, 21% were communist or socialists, 8% were Islamists. So the report is there. It's called The Strategic Logic of Suicide Terrorism. He looks into the...
Time check is brought to you by Chimera.
Jewish zealots, 12th century Ismaili assassins, Tamil tigers, kamikazes, PKK, the Kurdish fighters in Turkey, Chechens, and all the others, including Palestinians in Israel. That actually proves that it's not related to a religion, but it's more to do with the occupation. I think all of us, we know that the countries today have every country has a war college. I suggest that we need peace colleges around the world, because that's more needed today than ever before. In Christianity, the concept of turning your cheek is there, but in Islam, the best amongst you is the one who can forgive, and we have to learn to forgive. We can't just talk about the Crusades and the colonial Europe, 9/11, and also the attacks on Iran, Afghanistan, Palestine, Kashmir, Chechnya, and the list that goes on. We need to move on, but we also need to suggest how we can today deal with the challenges within the Muslim world. We need justice for the Darfur people in Sudan, for instance, in Somalia. There are many conflicts within the Muslim world that we have to deal with. And I think that today, when the OIC is ready to recognize Israel, providing it moves back to 1967 borders with two-state solution, they are looking for a partner. And so it is important for the United States and Europe to pressurize Israel to make sure that it does not miss this opportunity. Today, India and Pakistan are talking on Kashmir. There's lots of coverage that they will include the issue of Kashmir to resolve. But we need to encourage both India and Pakistan that the Kashmiris are represented on that table. And also, I think we need to find a way that militants can be persuaded to lay down their guns and to engage in talks. The Muslim world needs to do more, as far as I'm concerned, in providing justice for some of the issues that I've talked about. Turkey needs to engage in dialogue with the Kurds. I believe that Pakistan government needs to engage in a dialogue with the nationalists in Balochistan. Violence, military action, terrorism, anti-terrorism laws, tough action cannot bring peace. To win hearts and minds, we have to be prepared to engage, but more importantly, to start the dialogue. That is what this forum is doing. Thank you very much.
World Forum is an organization that is committed to world peace.
One is the debate that is taking place between the Muslim world and the non-Muslim world. And the second is the debate that is taking place within the Muslim world.
Violence, military action, terrorism, anti-terrorism laws, tough action cannot bring peace.
Organized groups within the Muslim world make each other targets, with Shias killing Sunnis or Sunnis killing Shias.
We were told there were less than 20,000 Taliban. We have killed over 40,000 of them.
The Imam of the Lal Masjid has given a call for all beauticians and barbers to shut down their shops. And they have been going down and forcibly seizing DVDs and burning them, or forcibly trying to shut down shops.
We believe that only through dialogue based on mutual respect, humanity and compassion can we resolve our differences and take a small step towards world peace.
Politics of today is the decision.
It gives me immense pleasure to also welcome Her Excellency Muhtarama Benazir Bhutto, the former Prime Minister of Pakistan. She was the first woman who was elected to lead a Muslim country in the Muslim world. Thank you very much for joining us. The World Forum is an organization that is committed to world peace. The recent events in Iraq and Lebanon and the ongoing problems in Palestine and the emerging situation in Iran are of concern to everybody. The challenges facing the international community today are rather complex. The World Forum was set up as a platform that enables discussions like this to take place. We believe that only through dialogue based on mutual respect, humanity and compassion can we resolve our differences and take a small step towards world peace. The World Forum was set up under the patronage of His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the Deputy Ruler of Dubai and the UAE Minister for Finance and Industry. Our special guest this evening is Muhtarama Benazir Bhutto, the former Prime Minister of Pakistan. She was the first Muslim woman ever to be elected in a Muslim country, to lead a Muslim country, and she's until this day continues her struggle for democracy. It's a privilege and a delight to welcome the former Prime Minister of Pakistan, Muhtarama Benazir Bhutto.
I would like to thank Mr. Javed Malik and the World Forum for inviting me here this evening to join this distinguished gathering. Mr. Malik has formed the World Forum under the patronage of His Highness Sheikh Hamdan, with the aim to promote peace and understanding between people, cultures and civilizations. I would like to
Saudi Pak Bank, passion to go beyond.
सऊदी पाक सहूलत उम्रा 3,900 रुपए माहाना या पार्टनर पैकेज के तहत 52,000 रुपए की एकमुश्त अदायगी पर फौरी रवानगी। मजीद मालूमात के लिए आप कॉल कीजिए 0800-772225।
say how important it is in the world in which we live today, which is marked by so many conflicts and bloodshed, to bring people together to remove understandings. I would also like to say that it's a privilege for me to join you here today, not only because I come from the Muslim world and believe that I can contribute to a better understanding of the Muslim world, but also because I've been spending the past few years living here in Dubai